Hello and welcome to NJShore Sports News Radio Talk Show.
Welcome to our radio talk show. We're going to talk about Week 1's games, which was September 9th, Friday, to September 10th, Saturday.
The first game we're going to talk about, Neptune facing Bishop Arc.
If I remember, Neptune's old coaches at Bishop Arc, I believe.
Yes, they do. And Neptune beat them 28-7 at their home field.
Yeah, Neptune has a lot of good speed this year, so let's see how they turn out.
They also will be facing RBC this coming Friday.
That's going to be a close game. They're going to try to get up the time out. And the next game we want to talk about is Lumsden against Barnegat. Barnegat was leading at halftime.
Yes, they were.
Defending state champs.
Got that update on during halftime.
Yep.
And somehow Lumsden was able to pull back and win the game.
I heard it was the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, too.
Yeah, it was a very close game.
Yeah. Another game we like to point out, even though it was a blowout, but Swanee and Point Borough. I did hear that Point Borough did have a lead in that one.
Yes, and apparently off of some trick plays from what I understood, but they were able to take a lead.
Manus still has that power team they have every year. They never fail.
And they have to face Rowden this coming week.
And that's what game we're talking about next. What a game that was. We were there.
Yes, we were, and we videotaped it and was part of our highlights.
We're out there on highlights, so people check that out. Rowden was down 14-0 and 14-7 at halftime.
To come back and beat them off of a block punt in the fourth quarter, and then...
No, the block punt was halftime, and then the punt...
Fourth quarter.
Yes, but that was also, too, that was, too, yes. That was the over-snap part.
Yeah, they also had the block punt in the fourth quarter. Moving on to our next game.
Is Ocean and Middletown South, which would be our prediction of Game of the Week on that Friday.
Yes, I agree with that. They were tied 14-14 and forced overtime, and Ocean won it 20-17. Middletown South was a ranked team according to Asbury Park Press.
They were ranked in ours.
And we did have them ranked
too. Yes, they were ranked in ours.
At number 7.
On Saturday's game, the biggest one for Saturday has to be Wall and Lacey.
Who expected Lacey to lose to Wall? No offense to Wall, but I saw Lacey coming off a state championship season.
And Lacey was, and Wall did have a lot of impact in the season coming because they were high ranked starting the season. So they wanted to prove themselves right, and they did.
The next one, Matawan and Freehold. That was one that shocked me because Freehold does have a lot of speed and pretty much has run the same system that they were running last year.
Matawan the state championship lost against Thompson, which I thought Matawan was not going to give up and was supposed to show that team because they had that one kid that transferred from Georgia. I mean, he has a lot of speed out there.
Our next game,
Tulsa and Long Branch. We were at that one too.
Yep, and that one actually shocked me because I heard that Long Branch was supposed to have a good team this year.
Yeah, I don't know. Long Branch didn't show a lot of effort. But
I'm shocked with the Amador offense. I thought that was going to be the difference for Long Branch.
And I do want to talk about another game we were at, Shore and Kingsbury. That was a close game. Kingsbury did show a lot of heart in that game. They only lost 21-13. They show a lot of heart in that game and came back.
I think Kingsburg is an up-and-coming program. I mean, they're a young, somewhat young team, small team, but they did play hard against
Shore. Did come off of the state championship as well. A lot of short teams won state championships last year. That's a good thing. And the radio broadcast the game was Hunter and Howell. That was a back and forth one.
Yeah, that was an aired out type of game.
That was all back and forth.
We will be going to Howell Friday night, won't we?
Yes, we will be. We will be seeing Freehold Township at Howell.
And it will be recorded and we will post it on our site.
There will be pictures, videos, that should be out by all Tuesday, Wednesday the latest.
Alright, we're going to talk about our top 15. We did a top 15 because we like to put more teams out there and put more teams noticed.
Plus, we have our 5 bubble teams.
Yes, we also have
teams that we feel could be a top 10 team if they continue to, or top 15 if they continue to prove themselves.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about our after week 1 top 15.
We'll also talk about why people moved up or down, and depending on where they were.
Our number 1 team for after week 1 is Red Bank Catholic.
Going into week 1, they were on our ranking at number 3. Freehold and Lacey both lost to teams who were either unranked or further down in the rankings. with those losses, we had to move Freehold and Lacey out of the top 1 and 2 place.
Yeah, we put Freehold at number 1 because they just came off a big state championship.
And Lacey also came off of the championship with 12-0, as we mentioned in our previous segment.
And Walls shocked us by beating Lacey, so we put them as our number 2 after week 1.
Yes, we did. Number 3 was Matawan. The reason we did that is because they again beat the number 1 team going into the preseason. Number 4 is Neptune. Neptune has a lot of speed, but has to prove themselves against teams like RBC, Freehold, the top of their division. B North is one of the toughest divisions.
It probably is
the
toughest division, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, RBC supposedly has a great defense. I've yet to see them yet, but I will be getting there.
Yes, we will. If I don't, he will.
Neptune has the speed, but can they prove it against teams like RBC?
And number 5 is Rumson Fairhaven. What a victory last year in the state championship.
Rumson had the victory in the state championship and continued to prove themselves by coming back against Barnegat. While Barnegat isn't the best team, they did almost beat Rumson.
Yes, and we will be seeing Rumson a few times this year. We are planning on that. And Brick Memorial, number 6.
Yes, and I believe if I'm right, Robert Marola is still coaching at Brick Memorial, one of the coaches at Mullet.
Yes, he is.
Number 7.
I just wanted to point one point out real quick. We will be at Brick Memorial's game on Saturday night at 7 p.m. against Jackson Memorial.
Number 7 is Toms River North. That was a hell of a game, airing it out.
Yes, it was. We were listening to that one. We were like, wow, touchdown after touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Yep.
What a game that was. They do deserve number 7. They get a lot of credit.
Number 8, Manasquan.
Ooh, Manasquan. What can you say about them?
Another comeback week for them. Let's see how they do this weekend.
They will be playing Raritan, and we will be at that game as well. And I'd like to point a note out, Raritan has never won at Manasquan. Last year was a big game for Manasquan at Raritan with stand-up whiteout safety Kevin Furlong, who did picks last year against Tyler Sayato.
Yep.
Who was a quarterback at Manasquan. He's going to be out there trying to get back at Raritan this year, so that's going to be a big game.
Number 9, Lacey fell back to 9
because
after
of
losing the Wall.
Yep. Lacey had the state championship like we said last year.
Number 10, Shore. While they did win the game, they didn't impress me enough to move them any further than 10 against the Kingsburg team that was unranked.
They did have the state championship as well last year as Shore Regional won the states. And Freehold Borough moved to number 11.
Yep.
Just because of the tough loss they had, and we put them at number 1. If they win this weekend, they'll be probably maybe move up maybe 2-3 spots.
Depending on who moves down because of losses.
Exactly. So Freehold.
First week is always difficult to predict. Now we're moving into the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th weeks.
For Freehold, I feel will still be a good team this season.
Number 12, Ocean. They were unranked coming into this week.
Unranked. They weren't even in the top 15 or even in the bubble.
Shocked me that they beat Middletown South.
In overtime, 20-17.
And Monmouth has to play Ocean on Thanksgiving Day. That should be an interesting game with Monmouth.
Well, that's a long time away from now. You're going to make me hungry. Come on. Don't forget about Thanksgiving. No Thanksgiving now.
Number 13, Middletown South.
They were ranked high.
Yeah, we had them ranked, but we didn't move them out of the top 15 yet. Let's see how they do this week coming up.
And number
14, Howell Township. We will be at that game tomorrow night.
Freehold Township at Howell, 7 p.m. And Howell...
Yep. Howell's coming off a loss, but you know what? It was against the Toms River North team that's supposed to be really, really good this year.
And number 15, the win that got me the most last Saturday, Colts Neck at Long Branch.
And they were previously unranked.
Colts Neck had as a good quarterback. They throw a lot of good passes. They're a really good team out there. So
I look forward to seeing more Colts Neck games.
Yes, we will be at Colts Neck.
Against Monmouth, week 3.
Yeah, Monmouth, week 3. Monmouth's home opener, I believe. That one's at 12:30.
Yep, that is their home opener.
And the bubble teams. Number 1, Asbury Park.
Asbury Park. I mean, again, they're a tough team. A lot of speed on that team. A lot of, the 2 twins are playing for the first time since their freshman year.
Too.
I believe so.
One returned a touchdown for an interception, I believe, too. Yeah.
Yep.
They're a good team to watch, so you definitely got to watch.
And they do play Shore in a couple weeks. I'm not sure the date right now.
You sure?
Yeah, Shore Regional.
Yeah, he'll probably be at that game.
Yeah, more than likely will be at that game. Next on the bubble list is Central. Central beat Red Bank this week.
21-12, I believe.
Yes, that was another close game, which seemed to be the big thing this week.
Yeah, and Red Bank came in with a high expectation season.
Yeah, everyone was saying they were supposed to do really good.
And
number 3, Raritan. Raritan did impress me by
not
beating.
too many people respect these guys, and I feel they're got a harder team, and they're going to get out there and do really well this season.
They definitely played with a lot of heart in the fourth quarter to come back and win it.
And they have a good quarterback out there. He throws really far. They're getting the running back from injury. They're getting a wide receiver back this week. It's going to be a tough game around man. This one. We'll be at that one.
Number 4 is Jackson Memorial. We will be seeing Jackson Memorial play Brick Memorial. I know they have had some very tough games in the past, Brick Memorial and Jackson Memorial. I can remember one couple years ago where they played each other in the state championship, and it came down to that final bell going off, and Jackson did pull away with a win. Yes,
and Jackson's score last week was Jackson's win last week was a 12-7 big win over.
Manalapan.
We had them ranked last week too.
Yeah, Manalapan we did. They dropped out because we got lost.
They're making a big comeback this season.
And our final team on it was Mondon.
Senior Donovan, yes.
What can we say about Mondon?
They put a lot of points up on Pinelands.
I don't know how good Pinelands is.
Pinelands was the best offensive team in the shore. I don't know how that was, but
last season,
56-14.
You know what they say about stats? Stats can be run up.
Yes, that is true.
I have learned that over the years.
Yes, me too.